Are you confident? Do you have consistency? How much conviction do you have? I'm Daniel Gomez, the Confidence Architect, a business strategist, keynote speaker, executive coach, and best-selling author. On the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show, we will help you unlock confidence to create consistency and develop conviction. Together, we will discover the key that unlocks your confidence.
I want to welcome everybody to the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show. I am so excited to bring you this show to share this podcast with everyone. 3 years ago, when I received a phone call from my wife when I was at work, it changed my life forever. I couldn't understand what she was saying. She was crying, sobbing, and she let me know that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. As I was listening to her, trying to make what she was telling me, I felt lost for the very first time because I realized that I was put in a situation that I had never been before. And I say this because at that moment in my life, I had to make a decision whether to stay working or to resign and take care of my wife. Because you see, a couple of months after that call, she made a decision to have a double mastectomy to remove the stage 3 breast cancer. And in return, she got depressed. She lost her purpose in life. She lost her drive. And that was a critical turning point for both of our lives. As I left the automotive world, as I left the corporate world, I soon found myself binge watching on TV, not being productive. And I realized after 2 weeks of doing that, it wasn't going to work. So I picked up a book, and it changed my life forever. When she got better, when she went back to work, I asked myself, what do I want to do with myself? And the idea of becoming a motivational speaker came to mind. And of course, my wife thought I was crazy. And I share this with you because it started with an idea, the idea of being a motivational speaker. And as I took that idea and I acted upon it, before you knew it, a couple of months later, I was getting my John Maxwell certification in leadership, team building, and coaching. Coaching, I had no idea what coaching was. But the funny thing is, when I got to the conference in Orlando, Florida, I soon found myself with thousands of positive, amazing people that sparked dreams in my heart. And I met the first author ever in person. And I said to myself, how amazing would it be to be an author? How amazing would it be just to be able to write a book? Well, little did I know that that was the beginning of my amazing journey that would help me become an award-winning motivational keynote speaker, corporate trainer, and confidence architect, confidence coach. You see, great stories start with small beginnings. And I realized on my journey that you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. Let me say that again. That's for somebody out there. I love this quote. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. Many people quote that, so I don't know who the originator is, but I just want to let you know that I just use that quote to really help me to take action every single day. As I returned from Orlando to get my certification, I used those certifications to help open doors, opportunities, and as more doors opened up, more opportunities opened up, my life started changing forever. Because I soon found that seed that had been planted in me at the John Maxwell conference. I soon found myself wanting to be an author. Don't ask me why, but I acted upon it. And months later, I found my publisher, released my international best-selling book, You Were Born to Fly, and it's changed lives forever. I want you to know this. As you listen to these podcast episodes, you're going to find the inspiration, the confidence, the consistency, and the conviction that you need. You see, I call those the 3 C's. Because when you're inspired to do something, many of us, we don't act. We don't take that action. And I realized that in order to be successful, you need to take action on those ideas, on those inclinations that come into your heart, that come into your soul, that come into your being. And I soon found myself without confidence. I say that because prior to my wife being diagnosed with breast cancer, I ran multi-million-dollar organizations. I was very successful. We made a lot of money and life was great. But I realized in that moment I had an arrogant, cocky, egotistic confidence. And that kept me from being the best that I could be. Well, like I mentioned, my wife had a double mastectomy, and as she went through her recovery, I was depressed myself for about a month or so because I didn't like who the person I was at that time. You see, when the busyness of having 100 employees under me, the busyness of being responsible for hundreds of new cars, used cars was gone. And we weren't going out because there was nowhere to go. We couldn't go. She had just had a double mastectomy. It took her months to recover. Not to mention just the depression that she had to overcome and the feeling of unworthiness. So as I looked in the mirror and I saw myself and all the busyness of life went away, I didn't like the person I had become in life. Like I mentioned, I was selfish. I just wasn't the nicest person. But I realized that I had hope. There was a possibility. And as I made my transition from the automotive corporate world into becoming a speaker, trainer, I lost my confidence. And I realized, what did I need to do to find my confidence? Because I realized I didn't want to be that person. What was I going to have to do to regain my confidence? And that's when I turned to God, and God said, I am your confidence. And my whole world changed. You see, because I was a nicer confidence, a stronger confidence. I call it a silence, right? A silent but deadly confidence. Because don't get me wrong, there's still fire in me, there's still passion in me, but I learned that I could succeed in serving people. I learned that I could be very successful as a corporate trainer and adding value and service from a sincere point. So the guests that we're going to have in this show, the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show, the podcast, there's going to be guests that are going to give you the confidence, that are going to give you the consistency, and that are going to give you the convictions that you need. You see, because once I gained my confidence, everything changed. Everything. The moment I gained my confidence, I soon found myself having my first paid speaking engagement. And at that, it was with the United States Air Force. When they had called me, I thought it was a prank joke. I was like, who is this? How can I help you? They're like, this is the United States Air Force. We want to hire you for a speaking engagement. And I definitely thought it was a prank. I definitely thought it was a hoax. And when I asked the officer, I said, well, how did you find me? He goes, well, we found you on Google. I go, get that. What are the odds? I said, well, the great thing is my website's working for SEO. And I remember telling my wife, honey, you need to take the day off because you need to record me. You need to go record me because the United States Air Force just really wants to hire me. She goes, really? I said, yes. So I even went down there to the Air Force Base in advance, and they had put hundreds of thousands of dollars into this new auditorium that they had just renovated. And little old me was going to get the opportunity to speak on that renovated, amazing opportunity. And that was the launching pad of my amazing keynote speaking career. Because from that moment forward, everything changed. I soon found myself speaking on stages with Les Brown, Tom Bilyeu, Forbes Riley, you name it. It just opened up opportunities. But I realized that as I was on my journey, that there was many people that needed help. And in return, from serving, from giving to others, the world gave me back my title, the Confidence Architect, because I found that on my journey of speaking, training, and coaching. And when I found my name, I finally found my calling. It just gave me an extra boost of confidence within myself that I knew that I could help people. So I say that because as you listen to these episodes, something's going to stand out and speak to your heart. Something's going to really speak to you and inspire you and motivate you. And maybe you're already successful. But I'll tell you this, everybody has another level. Everybody has another level to elevate their life, their careers, and their businesses. Let me say it again. Every single one of us has another level to elevate our lives, our careers, and our businesses. So just know, as you open your heart to receive what the world wants to give you, through these episodes, something's going to speak to you. So I challenge you to open yourself to listen to other people's viewpoints. Because you see, what keeps us many times from growing, from learning, from expanding our capacity to really receive just the fullness of what the world wants to give us, more money, more love, more creativity, is the fact that we're not open-minded. We have that fixed mindset. Let me say that again. We have that fixed mindset. And the reality is nothing is fixed. Everyone has an opportunity to grow, to advance, to become more in life. And I love that quote from Jim Rohn that says, to have more, you must become more. To have more, you must become more. And that applied for myself. When I listened to that quote, when I really took that quote to heart, it really helped me to elevate my own self, to really challenge myself, to push through the pain. Because to get to where you want to go, you're going to have some failures. You're going to have some mistakes. And let me explain, you're going to lose your confidence, because I lost it many times along my journey, and I'm still losing it at times. But I'll tell you, the way I got through it is many of my guests have helped me, have guided me, have been friends that have really pushed me to believe in myself. Because something amazing happens. When somebody believes in you, you start to believe in yourself every more. When somebody believes in you, you start to believe in yourself even more. And I want you to know that I, Daniel Gomez, believe in you. If no one's ever believed in you, just remember, Daniel Gomez Inspires believes in you. There's greatness inside of you. There's not anything that you cannot accomplish. Because greater is the power behind you than any task in front of you. Let me say it again. Greater is the power behind you of our Creator than any task in front of you. And whatever you want to accomplish, whatever is put into your dreams, go out there and get it. You see, because I'm not better than anybody else. I'm not. But I acted upon the ideas that were put in my thinking, that were put in my mindset. Let me say it again. I'm not better than anybody else, but I acted upon the ideas. I acted upon those ideas that were put in my mind, and I acted and I took action even when I had no idea what I was doing. Oh, yeah. And there was days of frustration. I'll never forget. I was in the restroom one time crying at an organization ready to give up. Yes, let me say it again. I, Daniel Gomez, was in a restroom crying with tears in my eyes, ready to give up on my entrepreneur journey and say, why bother? Why do I want to do this? I'm struggling for no reason when I can go get a job and make a lot of money. And I was 99.9% sure that I was going to give up, that I was going to just throw in the towel. And I'll never forget, as I walked out of that restroom, one of my old employees happened to be working there at that organization. And he told me words that changed my life. He said, Daniel, you're doing a great job. Keep doing it. And as much as I wanted to believe him, there was a part of me that didn't. I said, thank you. Thank you, Julio. Because there was a part of me, like I said, that didn't believe. He goes, no, Daniel. In all reality, you're doing amazing. I've been watching your videos. Keep it up. You're making a difference. And I remember as I walked out, his words resonated in my heart as I sat in my car thinking, do I go home and throw in the towel, or do I go to another organization and offer my services again? And because of those words of encouragement that Julio Carmona gave me that afternoon, I kept going. Remember, I was 99.9% sure I was going to give up. I was in a restroom, done. So never underestimate the power of what the human touch can do. The human touch is powerful. Words of affirmation, can change a person's life, because that day it changed mine. So as you listen to these words of affirmation, these episodes, my desire, my goal, my dream is that it's going to change your life forever. And as you build your confidence, as you build that, it's going to lead to consistency. You're going to be more consistent in the things that you need to do every day. You see, because life's not about instant gratification. Success doesn't come instantly. But I will tell you this, the more consistent you are, the more you're going to be successful in life. Let me say that again. The more consistent you are, the more you're going to be successful in life. And the beautiful thing about it is this. Once you start seeing those little wins, once you start seeing those little golden nuggets, those plants coming up, those seeds you planted from beans, just as those seeds of hard work, struggle, helping others, adding value, they're going to produce a harvest. And the more harvest you see in your life, the more you're going to be consistent. And I say this because I remember when I started posting a lot on LinkedIn, I wasn't getting a lot of engagement. And I wanted to give up. I really did. There was a day it just really hurt my ego because I posted the same post on another social media platform, had tons of engagement. But when I did it on LinkedIn, it was crickets. Yes, it was crickets. And I share this story with you because my ego was hurt. It's like somebody punched me in the stomach. I said, why bother? I was having a pity party, right? Why bother? Ain't nobody listening to my post here on LinkedIn. But one day, one post got a lot of engagement and it changed how I saw LinkedIn, and business opportunities came in through there. But I'll say this, if you can be consistent for 6 months in anything that you do, I promise you around that 6-7 month time frame, you're going to start seeing the fruit of your hard work. Because people are watching, people are noticing you, but many want to see, are you going to be the real deal? Are you going to be that real speaker that's going to hang on in there? Are you going to be that business owner that's not going to give up when the going gets tough? Because it's easy to be optimistic. It's easy to be happy when everything's going great. But when things are going tough, what are you going to do? What are you going to do when the going gets tough? What are you going to do when things are coming against you? And that's the time when most people give up on their dreams, on their aspirations, on everything that's inside of them. They give up on it because they don't have that drive, that resilient mindset to continue going. And they give up on their consistency. They're not as consistent as they should. And they say, why bother? No one cares. I tell you this because I've had those thoughts myself. So remember this, the more consistent you are, the more successful you'll be. Let me say that again, the more consistent you are, the more successful you'll be. And when you find that consistency in your life, then it really builds that conviction in you, the conviction to stand for what you believe in, the conviction of who you are. You see, because I am Daniel Gomez, and my conviction is this. I believe that everybody has the confidence inside themselves to do, to be anything they want to be. I love instilling confidence in people and elevating their lives and elevating their businesses and finding their true potential they never even knew existed. And as you listen to this show, Daniel Gomez Inspires, you're going to find that same conviction that when the going gets tough, that conviction, that belief in yourself and the value that you bring to your life, to the marketplace, that conviction is going to carry you during those times of adversity, during those times that you want to give in, that you want to give up. You're not going to give up because your conviction is going to carry you there. Your conviction is going to push you forward. And once that conviction pushes you forward, there ain't no stopping you. So remember that. As you listen to these episodes, it's going to build your confidence. it's going to build your consistency, and it's going to build your convictions. Because with those 3 C's in your life, there's no way that you're going to lose. Let me say it again. With those 3 C's in your life, there is no way that you're going to lose. Because those 3 C's, the confidence, the consistency, the conviction, have helped me become who I've become today. It's helped me be a better husband. It's helped me to be a better father. It's helped me to be a better business owner because I give even higher quality, higher value to my clients that I serve. And it helps me to be a better servant to my God. So take notes, get a journal, and let's go on this amazing ride as we listen to episode after episode with these amazing guests that are going to come and deliver the message that you need to hear for that day. And do me a favor, share this podcast out, subscribe to our show, and share our episodes with your friends. Because the more people that we can help, the more people that we can serve through our messaging, through Daniel Gomez Inspire Show, the more lives we're going to impact and the better we're going to be. And I'll end with this. Nothing is carved in stone. You can change anything you want if you want to badly enough. You can change anything you want if you want to badly enough. The question is, how bad do you want it? And together, we're going to accomplish. Together, we're going to impact the world, because I can't do it by myself. That's why I want to invite you on this amazing journey with the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show to help me be a part of something great. Because together we can instill more confidence in more people. Together we can change lives. And together we're going to make a big difference. So thank you so much for joining me. And remember, together we are going to discover the key that unlocks your confidence.
This is Daniel Gomez, and thank you so much for tuning into our show today. We'd love your feedback. Please drop us a comment, and thank you for leaving us a review. Don't forget to subscribe to our show and share this episode with a friend. And my free gift for listening to our show today is a copy of my best-selling book, You Were Born to Fly. To get your free copy, go to DanielGomezInspires.com and get your copy today. That's DanielGomezInspires.com. And to elevate your life and business even more, follow me on social media at Daniel Gomez Inspires on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Together, we will discover the key that unlocks your confidence.